Hey gang, it's Jim, and just want to be clear, I'm not just going to throw a strap over this and call her done. This is not some hillbilly engineering here. What I'm doing is mocking up my engine mounts. And a couple things that I want to be clear on when it comes to doing this sort of thing. First of all, you've got to check the level of the floor. If the floor that you're working on is not completely level, and you level the engine completely level, you're going to be very disappointed with the way this is going to turn out. So take the time to check the level of the floor where the vehicle is sitting, because you're going to set the level to the level of the floor or shim the tires to make the vehicle level first, then work on doing that. The next thing that I did is I put a straight bar across the back. I made sure it was perfectly straight. I went both ways with it, left and right. I switched it around, that bar back there, to make sure the vehicle was sitting completely level with the floor. Then I set a completely level bar on top of the engine. And I have my dial-o-matic here, my angle finder, set at exactly the same level as the floor and exactly the same level as the frame, which is just about 1 degree off from totally level. Now, I did that on purpose because, again, that's what my floor is, and so I've leveled my vehicle to that. If it bothers you to do it that way, then level the vehicle first, then level your engine in the vehicle. So make sure you got that right. Secondly, and this is really important too, when you're measuring for these things, don't assume that the left and the right are going to be the same, because they're probably not. They might be. It depends on the vehicle that you're putting your engine mounts into. But if you look on this, we've got about a 3.5 or 4 inch piece right across here. And if we go to the other side, you'll see that it's about a 2-inch piece over here. Now clearly, although the angle of this is exactly the same left and right, it's offset to one side. So that means that my engine mounts are not going to be identical. So you got to be aware of that. Next, what I did once I had it set the way I wanted to is I set this up so that I could build a little template. And so this is my template that I made out of cardboard. Again, I liked cardboard because it's just easy to work with. It's fast. If you screw it up, it doesn't cost you anything. You just make another one. No big deal. And I made it exactly the way I wanted it. It fits in there nice and perfect. It's holding itself pretty much in place. It's exactly what I want. So now I've got the one for the left side, and I marked it which angle was which. That's the top of it. That's where the engine mount is. That's where my frame is. And that's the rear side, because it does make a difference. And then I walk around to the passenger side, and I'm sorry if I'm making you dizzy here, but if we go to the right side, you'll see I did the exact same thing with this mount sitting right here. And so it holds itself almost in place as well. There's a little bit of a gap. There we go, because I wasn't allowing it to stand up and be totally vertical. But there we go. And so I got it exactly the way I want it. Then I cut the metal to the exact same thing. So if we go over to my welding table here, and again, I apologize for all the movement, but if we go over to the welding table, you see that what I did then is I cut the left and the right pieces to match the cardboard, and then I cut the left and the right top pieces for the engine mount. So the way this is going to work is that this bottom piece is going to sit on the frame, and it's going to sit more or less like that as you look at it from the rear of the vehicle. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it around so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing here. And then here's my left piece that's going to sit on top of that. And this is going to, that gusset that I just cut, that piece, is going to get welded right in there. You can see I've got it bent to the exact angle at the top. Left a little bit of space there. And then we did the exact same thing with the right hand side. So bring that over. So you can see the right side, again this one's marked right, and making sure that they're in exact fit. You want to make sure that everything's going to line up, it's all going to clear. And now I'm ready to weld these gussets together, and you can see that they are a T-shape. If you look at it from the underside, that's the way it's all going to fit together. And then that all sits right in there and looks real pretty. And we're going to be good to go. So that's how the whole thing goes together. Hopefully that makes sense to you. And you can see why I did it the way I did it. And we'll be ready now to weld these up, and then we can weld them into our frame. And that is how I do that. Good luck, guys. Hey, stay safe out there. God bless. Talk to you soon.